Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got that starts today, Tuesday, March 31st. That goes to next Tuesday, April the 7th, 2026. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we get. All right, we got some good ones here. You do otherwise slightly more score than you. Take a look at the top right-hand corner of the screen. They have a 50% boost. First 25 of that comes right off the current Season 24 Season Pass on 3 pages. A 5%, 10%, an additional 10%, which you can claim by being a Fallout First member or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. The 25% comes from drinking a score booster drink, which will give us an extra 25% for 24 hours. You can check that out during our daily challenge video. All right, not too bad here today, guys. We do have a couple of what's going to be a little of a challenge. Let's take a look at this one here. First, collect Purified Water 25. So we can find purified water throughout the wasteland. However, find it is very random for sure. I did try to make a video a little over 2 years ago, but I had to abandon the video just because of how random it is to try to pick these things up. Let's take a look at a couple hot spots where I usually find purified water, or I have fairly good luck. Right here in Flatwoods is a pretty good spot. In around Morgantown, like inside the buildings and etc. And up here in Athens. But I find it's very, very random for sure. Now, if you're on a server with other people, you can always try other players' camps. It's an unwritten rule here in the game to make sure you lock your stuff up. If it's not locked up, then it's fair game. So a lot of people like myself will usually, in around their vendor, have these vintage water coolers or collectors. We usually keep them unlocked for people just kind of passing by so they can collect or drink their purified water for their daily, weekly challenges. Now, these vintage ones we get from opening up the festive gifts during Christmas time. I know many of you are very successful this past Christmas and even the previous Christmas. And if you ever see a vintage water cooler for sale in someone's vendors because they had a multiple, I do highly recommend getting them. They are very nice. They're nice and small and compact. As you can see, you can kind of stack them on top of each other. They're very cool. Now, they do collect 2 purified water while you play the game. Now, the other alternate to that, go to our build menu here real quick. Under resources, water. And this guy here is the Enclave water collector, sorry. This one here is a little bit larger. We got this one here during Season 19 Season Pass. It was available for everyone. And as you can see, he's a little taller so you can't stack them. But again, this is a great little item to have. I do have a video on this guy, and it didn't include the vintage one at the time, so you can check it out if you so wish. Now, other alternates to both of those, of course, it is the Deep Well, which pops up the atomic shop from time to time. Then we have these ones, these OG ones right down here. Now, once when you reach level 20, you start doing the Overseer's missions, the Overseer Overseen. And you start following Wastelanders, basically. And you get these very early on in game. As I say, I believe you get these, before level 25 just by following those missions, by opening up the cash boxes. You do require quite a bit of junk to craft and quite a bit of power to run, but it's all you have, it's all you have. It's all I had for the longest time. Until I was able to get my hands on that vintage one. This one here is 2, 3, and 5, I believe. I still see camps here today. That's all they have. So again, it's very good to have to put these in your camps for sure. All right, let's go ahead here. We're going to go ahead and collect from our water cooler. Now, just remember the water does add quite a bit of weight on your person. Just kind of keep that in mind, and your stash box. So you shouldn't have too much on you. There we go. Oh, we just had enough. Perfect. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. There are some events that will actually give you 5 purified water for completing. But usually they're like events like Fashnet Day or Mothman Equinox or something like that. We don't have any events like that going on right now, but just make a little mention. That's a good way to get purified water that way as well. All right, let's see what's next here. Craft Ballistic Ammo 65. So we do have different types of daily weekly challenges like this. Now when it says craft ammo, it's talking about ballistic or energy. Now this one here is more specific. It's actually asking for ballistic ammo only. Now don't get this confused with collect. You actually have to craft it. Of course, we only can craft ammo at one spot, and that is a Tinker's Workbench. Again, any Tinker's Workbench will do. You just walk up to one, you go ahead and go craft. A ballistic section will be right up here in the the ammo section, right on, Jim. This section right here. This is all your ballistic stuff right here. Let's go ahead and take these 308 rounds, for example. So for 12 rounds of 308, 5 gunpowder, 8 lead, and 12 steel. Every time you are crafting ammunition, there's a couple perk cards that give you more bang for your buck. Go to our perk cards here, Jimmy. So here under agility, we do have the perk card here called Ammo Smith. If you don't have a level 2, if all you have is the level 1, definitely apply it. This level 2, as you can see, you produce 80% more rounds when crafting ammunition. And of course here under luck, anytime you are crafting most things, not all, but most things, we do have the perk card here called Super Duper. If you don't have a level 3, if all you have is a level 1 or level 2, definitely apply. It's only going to help you at the end of the day. But as you can see, this level 3 is still only a 30% chance to get double results. And we do find it works better when you do craft 3 or more. But you guys see me do these challenges literally every single day, day in and day out. It does work if you do craft 1 or 2 once in a while. All right, let's go back to our Tinker's Workbench here. Let's go ahead and go craft. Of course, we're going to go right here to our ballistic ammo section. This is what we have to craft, is the ballistic. So again, if we take a look at the 308, instead of 12, it is 21. But if you look at the right-hand side of the requirements, it's the same requirements as if we were crafting 12. And that is the Ammo Smith perk card at its work right there. Let's go ahead and craft a couple here. Okay, so Super Duper did kick in that time. As you saw, we got 75 and 65, which is pretty cool. Plus, we got more bang for our buck with the Ammo Smith perk card for sure. So again, both cards worked that time, which is pretty awesome. And anytime you do move your perk cards around, I always recommend to put your perk cards back immediately, because if you don't, you're going to forget. And I only talk from experience about that, so just make a little mention there. Try to help you guys out so you guys don't make the same mistakes I do. There you guys go. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. All right, let's do this one here. Craft fish bits 35. So the only way to craft fish bits is you're going to have to collect fish. In order to collect fish, you will need a fishing rod, and there's only one way to get a fishing rod here in game, and that's to complete the side quest called Casting Off. You come over here to Fisherman's Rest, which becomes a free fast travel once we discover it. Very simple quest to do, but just in case you do run into any issues or you're new to the game, I do have that here on the channel in case you do run into any issues. But as I said, it's pretty straightforward, but you get your fishing rod. You can craft fish bits, you get the recipe for grilled fish, and you can do this daily repeatable quest which pops up every single day called Big Fish in a Small Pond. But you'll definitely need to get your fishing rod for sure in order to fish. Now, if you haven't fished before, don't always go by the map. Sometimes there are bodies of water where there's no water at all. Sometimes the lakes and the streams are just too narrow and too shallow to fish, but one spot for sure is really good, and that's right along here, the Ohio River, to get your fish, okay? As you can see, that's where I have my camp. All right, so we're going to have to craft some fish bits here. So we do have different sizes of fish. We have small, medium, and large. Now, if you go to a cooking station, we actually have a section for fish bits, okay? Now, right now, I only have 3 fish on me. Now, these Kanawa piranhas are they're considered a small fish. So as you can see, we only get 1 fish bit each, okay? Now, if you happen to get a large fish or one of these oxalotls, they actually give you like 35 fish bits each. So they're pretty good to do that if you decide to do that, unless you want to display them. Now, if you don't have time to fish, because fishing in the game is just like fishing in real life, it does chew up a lot of time. I do recommend, if you ever have the chance to get a fish trap, I highly recommend it. This is the OG fish trap we got the very first time we had the Gone Fishing update. We did get a Raiderish fish trap, which we got last season, 23 season pass. It was a little bit later on in the season. I think it was like for like 140 tickets or something like that, but same exact thing. Again, it does have to be in the water. I do have a video on these fish traps. And again, I highly recommend it, because as you can see, it passively collects small and medium-sized fish while you play the game. And that's quite a bit of fish right here. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead. We're going to take all these. There we go. We're going to go right back to our cooking station. Again, any cooking station will do. Just go ahead and go craft here. Now, I don't think Super Duper works when you're making fish bits. We have tried it before a couple times, but it didn't work. But let's go ahead here. Just say that we did. And if someone knows for sure right at the top of their head, let us know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure it does not work. But we'll try it anyway. Why not? Let's go ahead and go craft here. Super Duper will work with most things, but not all. Like, I know there's like power armor pieces and certain armors that won't work. Let's go to fish bits here. We're going to do the quick and dirty, and we're just going to go ahead here. And as you can see, like the trout, see how it's a medium-sized fish, gives us 2 fish bits each, and the walleye and a yellow bullhead, for example. Okay, so let's go ahead here. We're just going to go ahead and build. Oh, I guess I like that super duper did kick in that time, so that's fantastic. I just kind of popped up my head because I think I do remember someone saying a couple months ago, last time we had this challenge is to use super duper. Maybe that's why it popped in my head, but yeah, it looks like super duper does work for crafting fish bits. That's awesome. That's fantastic. There we go. So we should be fairly close there. As you see there, super duper did kick in. Let's take a look at the challenges here. So fish bits, we got 26 to 35. So you see how it could definitely add up for sure. So let's go ahead and fish here. Now, again, you will need a fishing rod to fish. We'll just fish a couple of them. I don't think we're going to be able to get it done, but just to kind of show you what you have to do and how really good it is to have that fish trap. So again, if you can fish, you see that prompt that come up. If you're in the water, too much in the water, it'll actually gray itself out, which obviously won't let you fish. There are places in the cranberry bog and the mire which are really finicky, and things that places where you should be able to fish, but just trying to move your character around until you see a prompt up there. Let's go ahead here and fish. We're just going to go ahead and use some improved bait here. Again, when you fish, it's your game. You can use whatever bait you like at the end of the day. And we're just going to fish a couple of them here, just because we got all of our fish from the fish trap. I'll just show you how to fish at the same time. I think that's just junk. Oh, we got a little fish there. So he's only 1 fish bit there, fortunately. Oh, we backed out. Did that Trevor Gower daily challenge there as well. Hit too many buttons at the same time. Yeah, if you can get your hands on all like medium and large fish, be fantastic. Or if you get like a double axolotl, I'll give you 35 fish bits, get like half it done. Oh, what's this guy? Oh! I think we're getting one here. I think we are getting one. No, he's just a small dude. All right, we'll just do one more. As I said, we do have all week for this, but it's good to know that super duper did count, so that's pretty awesome. Oh, there's another good one here. Could be the same kind of guy. No, he's a salmon. He's a salmon. Close. Chain pickerel. So he's a medium-sized fish, I believe. But that's all we're going to do here for today. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to our cooking station here and make our fish bits. I believe we still have that super duper Perk card. Again, fish bits section. Quick and dirty. There we go. Oh, we're close, aren't we? Why don't we just finish it off? Why don't we do that, eh, guys? Let's go over here. Might as well. Just means to get to spend more time together, right? You guys don't mind. I don't mind it. Love this game. And I love you guys. Your old pal Jim. Oh, that's a good one here. Oh, I think he's dying off. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's a glowing guy, but he only gives us 1. That's kind of a weird sound, eh? I never noticed that before. It's a really weird sound. We have a little bit of a glow going on ourselves, which is pretty cool. Another small guy. We need some medium-sized guys. Come on, some salmon, some yellow bullhead there. That's what we need. As I say, fishing in the game is like fishing in real life. It's now someone did say if you did craft grilled fish, it does reduce the wait time when you're looking to hook your fish. That's pretty good. It's good information to have. In order to craft grilled fish, you're going to need to craft fish bits anyway. And the little dude. If we get a medium-sized fish here, we're good. We're golden. I love how we can have this light rain in the camp, but it's still enough to let the sun shine through. I think that's fantastic. If you have the full-fledged rainstorm weather station, it's pretty dark. Like compared to this light rain. I like the light rain better. There we go. I'll do it one last time here because we're going to need one more. So we're just getting the little dudes, the little guys. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. There we go, that'll do it. Let's back out here now. Let's run inside. Back to our cooking station. Fish bits. Quick and dirty, there we go. There we go, craft fish bits, done. Just like that. And don't forget, we did have the super duper kick in that time, so that is good to know. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. All right, collect the teddy bear 9. So many great spots we can find teddy bears here and around the wasteland. I do have one video. It's a fairly popular video on locations for teddy bears. I bring you up here to the knife's edge. Now, the knife's edge itself will have a couple of rat scorpions. But if you head off in this direction right about here, you'll come across a red barn. It's a very small red barn. Now, believe it or not, the forest area is pretty thick up here. So there's usually a couple enemies in and around the red barn. So you can use your VATS to pinpoint the enemies, and that'll bring you right to the red barn. But once when you're there, in the loft will be about 9 teddy bears. You can jump up and grab them, but it's very, very cumbersome to do that. But if you have a weapon that has explosive, or if you happen to have a couple of frag grenades, just throw it to the side of the wall, and those little teddy bears will fling down, and you can grab them that way. So that's a really good spot to get them. Right over here in Clancy Manor, there'll be 4 right in the kitchen. Every teddy bear we have here in game can be found here at the Tyler County Fairgrounds. But they're all spread about. Yeah, right here there are about 5 or 6 in Camden Park, right around the Dross Toss area. There's one right here in the house of the Giant Teapot. There are 3 right here in Flatwood, so right at the church steeple, right in the funeral home, and 1 upstairs in the tavern. And right here by Vendor-Bought Resin, Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, 3 more there. Alright, so we do need 9 of them. So the 9 teddy bears up here should suffice. Okay, let's pop into the Tyler County Fairgrounds this time. We usually go down the to the Dross Toss in Camden Park, but we'll come here this time around. Now, as I said, we can find every teddy bear here. The only thing is that they're all spread about. And there's a bunch of Scorched. But the Scorched here are pretty squishy. Alright, so there should be a teddy bear right in here. There we go. Gonna head right over to the Nuka-Cola stand. Should be one right here too. Perk. Head right down this way. Right inside this bandit roundup. There'll be some right in here as well. So there's 4 here altogether, and this is probably the best spot for them right here. Excuse me there, guys. Be 1 right here. Nice. Oh! Did it count? Did it see it count? Did you guys? Let's check here. Teddy bears, yeah, we did count, so we got, we just need 2 more. But there was 1 on top of these things here, maybe not. Be 1 right here, little panda bear. There should be 1 right on top of this slide. Right there. Just like that. Nice little spot there for sure. Alright, let's get over here where it's a little quieter. Yeah, I forgot about this guy with the pre-war money. Yeah, I forgot about this guy. And the radio jammer. Yeah, right on. That's good to know. Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's take a look at the next one here. Well, while we're here, Cripple Scorch's leg, 18. So many great spots. We can find Scorched here and around the wasteland. Right where we are here at Camden Park. Sorry. Tyler County Fairgrounds. Right on, Jim. Camden Park's down here, buds. Presided Energy Plant Yard. Presided Energy Plant, West Virginia, 6. Of course, we have the, where are we at here? Barnwright Industrial Headquarters. We have the AVR Medical Center. There's some good little mix of ghouls and Scorched around the Kana Nuka-Cola plant. Yeah, Tyler County Fairgrounds already. Wavy Wilderness Water Park. Palace of the Winding Path. Berkeley Springs. We have the upper section of Camp Venture. Ranger District Office. Out front of Fort Defiance. It's right up through here. Of course, we have the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, White Powder Winter Sports. Most of these places, like the power plant, this guy over here, the Thunder Mountains, bunch of Scorched around, some ghouls there as well. Up here, Morgantown Airport, Morgantown High School, inside and outside. Some of my favorite spots to go, of course, is right here in good old Sutton. Somerville's Docks, Somerville's Dam. Just to name a couple spots for you guys, but there's many great spots. Now, if you're unsure with the Scorch, because it's easily to go on these public servers and go to every one of those areas, and the areas be cleaned right out. Even if it's not that time of year, but you can still check my videos, like the one I made this past December, looking for locations for festive Scorch. Now, even though we don't have festive Scorch, you can still utilize the video. Utilize the timestamps, because I only bring you to Scorched only locations, so that's something else you can do as well. Alright, so we might as well stay here at good old Tyler County Fairgrounds, not Camden Park, Gym. And we got to cripple their legs. So you can go ahead and just kind of spray at their legs if you so wish. Now, because it is a weekly challenge, we have 18. If you have the right weapon that's not a one-shot, one-kill, you can go left leg, right leg, and possibly get 2 cripples per Scorch, which is pretty awesome. And if you take a look at that real quick at our perk cards, if you're a returning player, you might remember here under Perception have the perk card called Concentrated Fire equipped. And that allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. But if nowadays, if your Perception is 5 or higher, you don't need that perk card. It's pretty much become obsolete now, so just kind of make that little mention. But if your Perception is lower than 5, you will need that perk card. And not all weapons are created equal when you're trying to cripple. You guys see me do these videos day in and day out. You guys know the weapons that are good and what weapons are not. All right, let's take a look here. Most ballistic weapons are, for sure. All right, so let's move over here for a quick second. I'll show you. You see how I'm moving that around there? He's kind of out of sight there. Yeah, left leg there. Now this weapon's a one-shot, one-kill kind of a deal. And again, you can always, if you have something with a scope, you can always kind of go for the leg. shooting me through that building. Ouch. Eight of 18. So if I had a better weapon, like one of my automatic weapons, where they're not one shot, one kills, you can, you probably would have got it done by now. Yeah, good times. That's quite the explosion. Wow. All right. We're going to have to go to another spot, unfortunately. And sometimes you can get teddy bears from killing these guys. Look at this teddy bear right there. So I find Scorched, super mutants, mole miners, human enemies will have the most junk items on them that you can scrap. So again, a great way to come here and you maybe get the odd teddy bear just from killing some of these Scorched as well. That's something else you can do. All right, let's go to another spot for some Scorched. So we are 13 of 18. Let's pop down here to good old Camden Park, close to our camp. We'll finish it off down here. There we go. Just like that. A little bit of fuel on the ground kind of helped us out a little bit there too. Sweet. Nice. Let's actually go down here for a second. I think there's a Tinker's Workbench in here we can use. Let's just go ahead. We're going to finish these guys off here. Get another teddy bear. Pop in here for a quick minute. Is there a Tinker's Workbench in here? Yeah. Oh, no. As far as I think there was. No. All right, let's head back to our camp then. We're back down here anyway, but that's fine. All right, so do the next one. Let's get away, Jimmy boy. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. Scrap junk to produce leather 30. So leather is a junk item, which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench here in the game. You just walk up to any Tinker's Workbench, go ahead and go craft. Go down here to bulk. Go down here to the L section. So to bulk one leather, all you need is 2 plastic and 15 raw leather. So in this case, you're going to have to bulk 2 leather. You go ahead and you bulk it, then you scrap it. Hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folk kind of short on time, or for people like thinking things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in the game. Now, if you are legitimately looking for leather, there's a couple great spots. You can go after some Brahmin. Brahmin will drop raw leather on them, right? So down here through flat, which is about 7 Brahmin down through there. Or sorry, I should say leather hide, okay? So when you scrap the leather hide, it should give you the leather for the challenge. Actually, if we take a look at these teddy bears here, as you can see, the teddy bears we just collected, each one will give you 2 leather each, all right? So fantastic, little great way to get leather. Just go after those teddy bears, and I just showed you a great spots where you can find those teddy bears. And talking about those teddy bears, the Mr. Fuzzy plushies that we can find back here at Camden Park, okay? It's a great spot for that as well. So let's pop into Camden Park here today, and I'll show you those Mr. Fuzzy plushies. Now, I know we were just here, but I was hoping there was a Tinker's Workbench in Camden Park so I didn't have to go back to the camp, but is what it is. But right here is where you're going to find those Mr. Fuzzy plush, and there's quite a few of them here. So as you can see, each one will give us 2 leather as well. And so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's a whole bunch of them in here as well. Yeah, it's a whole whack of them. Good stuff, Jimmy. Good stuff. And plus we got those 9 teddy bears, so that will definitely help there as well. So let's go to Flatwoods real quick. I'm going to use this icon right here. All right, so right by this house with the red star, there will be 3 Brahmin here. If you walk up, look at that, we'll get a Brahmin hide. So when you do scrap the Brahmin hide, you will get 1 leather from it. So this is something else you can do. So there are 7. That's pretty cool. There, so each one, I'm not saying you're going to get 2 hide each time. Sometimes you only get 1. Just got to keep that in mind. Okay. That's a great way to get it done as well. So let's go ahead and scrap this up here. Where are we at? Oh, I totally missed it. Sorry. My bad. The Tinker's Workbench is just down here. Or any workbench for that matter. We'll just use the Tinker Workbench. There we go. We go ahead and go scrap. Now, as you can see, this baseball glove, we picked this up off that Scorched back there. As you can see, the baseball glove will give us 3 leather, which is pretty cool. Now, you see the Brahmin hide. Now, that's 6 Brahmin hide we got off of those 3 Brahmin, and each one, look at that, 4 leather. Look at that, it's fantastic. So, just one sec. So, that was my fault as well. So, I thought we only got 1 leather from the Brahmin hide, but apparently we get 4 leather per Brahmin hide, so that's actually a lot better. So your person could have just came here, killed, maybe 2 more of those Brahmin, got it done in no time at all, right? So if we look at the Mr. Fuzzy Plus, usually 2 leather each plus a couple cloth, and then let's scrap a Quantum Bear here again, 2 leather, 1 cloth for the Quantum Bear. There we go. Scrap trying to produce leather. Now again, you could use the bulk and scrap method, but if you are looking for leather legitimately, you can definitely do it that way. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. Scrap trying to produce fiber optics 10. So fiber optics, unfortunately, we cannot use the bulk and scrap method. So let's take a look at that real quick. Here we'll go craft at our Tinker's Workbench here. Again, just like the leather down here to bulk, if we go down here to the F section, so fiber optics is not an option, okay? So there's not a whole lot of ways to get fiber optics in here in game. The only real true way, a good way, which is a little bit easier, is microscopes. Microscopes we can get fiber optics from. You will come across some older videos of mine where we're actually scrap trying to produce crystal. In each one of those videos, we're actually looking for microscopes, and you're more than welcome to check them out. Let's take a look at some great locations where you can get microscopes here in game. So the science lab of Morgantown High School is right on the main floor. There'll be 4 there. Ella Ames Bunker. So as you come to this part of the map very early on in game, when you start doing Wastelanders, so probably early to mid level 20s. No hacked involved, but you just go right to her science lab. There should be 6 microscopes there. I believe there's quite a few microscopes here at Vault 94. Now, it's a Mirelurk City inside that vault, and it's pretty dangerous, so bring your A game, but there should be, I think there's a lot of microscopes there as well. I wouldn't go there if you're lower level, though. That's the only thing. right here at White Springs. We can use the front door entrance, this icon right here. You head right up the stairs to the right. You go to the tavern, and you're in this little medical bay area. There'll be 3 microscopes there in total. I believe the AVR Medical Center is a pretty good spot as well. And the Enclave bunker, I forget what it's actually called, Transmission Station 1ATU03. I believe the quest is called Over and Out. It's part of the Brotherhood of Steel quest line, believe it or not, even though it's the Enclave. But I believe there's quite a few microscopes down here. It's pretty dangerous down here as well, even if you do go back. So just kind of make that little mention. You will still come across a lot of nasties down there, even though you completed it a long time ago. All right, let's go. And oh yeah, one more spot. Sorry, Hawksbill Weather Station down here. Now you will have to start the Skyline Valley Region quest line in order to gain access to this building, but quite a few microscopes here as well. All right, let's go up here to Ella Ames bunker. Again, there'll be 6 here in total. Now, 1 microscope will give us 1 fiber optic, so we will need a full 10. Now, we did this one here just the other day, so keep that in mind. If we go to the Morgantown High School, there'll only be 1 there. There won't be 4 because we just picked them up the other day. Once you're inside here, just open up the door. I'm going to go right down to our science lab. There's no enemies down here at all, which is even better. Just like this here. Here's her science lab. There's quite a few microscopes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually a pretty good spot to get chems as well. Look at that purified water right there. It's pretty cool. And if you're ever looking for an addict doll, this is a spawn point for addict doll, so make that little mention if you're ever looking for that. There's always one here. All right, let's go to another spot. Let's go to the Morgantown High School. Now, I don't think it's, I think there's only going to be 1 there because we were literally there just 2 days ago. I haven't been able to reset my game, so there should only be 1, but I'll show you where to go anyway. Now you can come here to do your Scorched, crippling of their legs as well. Quite a few Scorched around Morgantown High School, inside and outside. Just going to pop right through these white doors here. Now the science lab will be right on the main floor, right down here. Right in this room right here. So there's usually 4 altogether, but there's only 1 here because we were here just the other day, as I said. Okay. Let's go to another spot. Let's go to Hawksbill Weather Station. It's been a little while since we've been down here, so let's go. Now you will need to do the Skyline Valley Region quest line in order to gain access to this building. I think Arctos Pharma. Now that I think of it, I think Arctos Pharma has microscopes there as well. All right, just watch yourself. There's going to be about 4 robo-brains here as well, but we're going to kind of book it right by them. Get out of the way there, you. Oh, what's going on? There we go. All right. It's been a little while since I've been down here, so let's take a look. One right there. This is where Penelope hangs out. I think her name's Penelope. Or she used to anyway. Oh, she's at the mansion now. Because we completed that a while ago. Just kind of popped in my head. It's been a little while, as I said. Who's this little kitty here? Oh, yeah, Manny. That's it. Manny. Take a look around here. I thought there was more than that here for some reason. Why was I thinking there was a lot more here than that? They could have not bothered with them, I guess. That's that's definitely a possibility. All right. Well, let's go to another spot. Let's go to Arctos Pharma. Let's do it. Where is Arctos Pharma? Right here, Jim. Now, the robots here are pretty squishy, so to speak. Let's go ahead here. Uh-oh. I believe they'd be down in the lower section if memory serves me correctly.
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens, please will not stand here. This is now a free fire zone. Fugitive is attempting to evade capture. Beginning pursuit. All do not be
For our research.
restored shortly.
No. Huh. I suppose you guys know where the microscopes are, guys.
Attempts lawbreaker.
Yeah, we only need a couple more.
You have insulted my honor, and for that, you must die!
Well, I thought there was microscopes here, but apparently not. Odd.
Hostile target identified.
Huh. Biome lab. Should have saved this one here for last. Oh, yes, this place. This place here. Oh, there's some ghouls. Yeah, no arms on him. Oh, one right here, Jimmy. Nice. Maybe it was down here is what I was thinking of. But there still should be a lot more than this. Huh. Let's see here. Yeah, I apologize for this. I thought there was a lot more here than I thought. Oh, this looks promising. Uh-oh. Is that an Assaultron? Oh, how you doing there?
Intruder, identify yourself.
Ruh-roh.
Project Paradise. Please initialize the experiment at the mainframe terminal.
Yep, don't think so. Alright, let's go somewhere else here. Let's go up here. Transmission station 1AT. Yeah, we should have kept this one here for last. Looking for these microscopes. How many do we need? So we got, how many microscopes do we have on us, Jimmy? 10. Oh, we have 10. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. While we're here, might as well look at it. Again, in order to gain access to here, it'll be the quest called Over and Out. Of course, it's part of the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though it's Enclave. Seeing how we came here, might as well show you. Now, this is a tricky spot here. Make sure you hit the top one. It says open door. Okay. And I believe inside some of these areas will be microscopes. Oh yeah, this is the sentry bot, isn't it? Yeah, try to avoid this room as much as possible. Because you're going to have the lunatic pop out of that little hatch over there. Oh, let me into the door. There we go. So there should be a couple in this room together. You also have to be careful of the Mothman. The Mothman will make an appearance, and he will scare the living bejesus out of you there. If you know what I mean. Yeah, just be very careful. There's a bunch of microscopes in around here. There he is there. Yeah, he scared me a little bit there. Okay. Let's head back here to our camp. We're going to scrap this stuff up. I just kind of wanted to show you that little building. Now, if you guys remember that quest Over and Out, I think you got to kill that sentry bot by yourself. And then after, when you go back, Paladin Ramadi and Knight Shin finally show up, right? They don't help you at all. They show up after the fact. But yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, scrapping the microscopes, Jim. Where are they at here? Oh, right there. So you can see there, one microscope will give us one fiber optic each. Was a scrap all 10. There we go. Scrap trying to produce fiber optics. That one there was definitely challenging for sure. But as I said, there's not a whole lot out there that gives us fiber optics. It just isn't. All right, so let's take a look at the next one here, Jimmy. So, weapon to an NPC vendor 15. So again, a weapon can be weapons that you pick up off of enemies. I usually like to pick or craft a couple of throwing knives. The throwing knives, if you go to any weapons workbench, just go ahead and go craft here. This will be under survival. And these throwing knives is the default plan you learn right at level 1. As long as you have the 4 steel to craft them. Again, just go ahead and craft it. What was it, 25? Okay. Let's check to make sure before we go. There's only 15, that's fine. So again, if you do decide to do it that way, that is fine. Again, very, very cheap, just 4 steel each. And of course, we have to sell it to an NPC vendor, which is any robot vendor at any train station on the map. Okay, if I stop doing that, any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall, we can use the north entrance. Other free fast travel areas for vendors. We do have Highway Town, quite a few vendors up there. We have Mortimer up here at the Creator Core. Sunny Top Twins down here at the Foundation. And of course, the Fisherman and Captain Raymond Clark here at Fisherman's Rest, which of course you had to activate by completing the side quest called Casting Off. Some other notable areas, we can find some vendors. We have Vendor Bot Phoenix here in Patoka Shopping Plaza. We have Vendor Bot Resin over here at Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. We have Roll Pal Vendor Bot Bob over here in Flatwoods. We have the Duchess up here in the Wayward. Now, if you are a ghoul like myself, you will need a disguise to get in there. We have the Wandering Doctor, which we find a lot up here in this part of Burning Springs, but we can pretty much find him in anywheres in Burning Springs. We have Mr. Squeeze at the Lemonade Stand. We have Graham. We have traveling merchants that visit our camp, so lots and lots of great options there. All right, let's pop into the Grafton Station, one of my favorite spots to go. Yeah, that microscope one took us through a little loop there. I thought there was more than that at Arctos Farm, and maybe that just wasn't in the right spot. Here's our NPC vendor. Here's go ahead and go trade.
I am authorized.
I don't know why it does that.
Trade supplies.
All right, let's go ahead and we're going to just sell these throwing knives. We'll just sell all 15, done, just like that. And of course, that's just a quick way of doing it. If you happen to have a legendary weapon, these guys are also considered NPC vendors as well. So you can go ahead and script it, buy it back, script it, buy it back. So you can also do that as well. That's something else you can do as another option. I recommend doing the throwing knife way just because how it's a default plan. It only costs you some steel. We can find steel literally everywhere, and that's a great way to do it. All right, finally, the last one here. We have Kill a Cultist 25. So many great spots we can find cultists here and around the wasteland. We're typically looking for this particular icon here. Again, one of the few exceptions will be Point Pleasant, which is this type of icon. Now, we're all squishy cultists. We do have Clancy Manor. We have Oregon Cave. There's only 3 entrances to Oregon Cave. Looking for a 4th one. You'll never find it. Over here at Point Pleasant, of course, as I said. Kinda County Cemetery. Way up here, we have the Sacrament. Down a little bit further here, we have the Moth Home. Lucky Hole Mine's a pretty good spot there as well. Quite a few characters around there, as well as Johnson's Acre. So lots and lots of great options for cultists. All right, so we do need 25. So I believe there's going to be 25 right here at Point Pleasant. So let's pop in here. Now, if you are on a server with other people, just keep in mind that you can go to these spots and the places be cleaned right out. So you're either going to have to go to one of the other spots or even server hop to get them. All right? You can use whatever weapon you like. It's up to you. If you have a couple grenades, that's fine as well. It's not real specific on what type of weapon to use.
At last, I ascend. I'm going for you, holy Mothman. Now, to my final reward.
I had no idea where he went.
Holy Mothman, I join you in eternity.
Yeah, it's a really good spot to go for these cultists. Great spot to go in general for a lot of junk. A lot of chems here you can pick up as well. That's kind of weird how they're doing that. That's weird. He's shooting at me from way over there, the little bugger. Pretty good little shot there. Don't forget, human enemies are a great source of stim packs as well. Face first there. Huh. Pretty quiet here. They must have came out of their little area. Pick that up. Human jaw. There we go. 25 for 25. 26. 27.
Shivered me to the hide.
Yeah, real good spot here. They must have been asleep. Used to be some guys down through here as well, but since Burning Springs, they don't exist anymore. Okay. I think we're finally done. Just like that guy's pretty awesome. Let's head back to our camp, take a look at weapon of the day here. So as you can see, sometimes these challenges can be challenging. But always remember, you know, if you get frustrated too much with the game and with the challenges, you can always re-roll them. Re-roll them at the end of the day. Have a chance to get an epic version, you know what I mean? So just kind of keep that in mind. Alright, weapon of the day here, Jimmy Boy. Let's take a look. Anti-armor hunting night vision lever action rifle, plus 50% armor penetration. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, plus 100% faster movement speed while aiming. Night vision, anti-armor, explosive nimble. Hard receiver, stabilized long barrel, aligned stock, long night vision scope, suppressor, hunter lever action paint. 437 damage, 45 ammo, capacity of 5, and just single fire. Of course, my perk cards don't change. The same loadout I've had for pretty much 5 months here now. As you guys know, I change my weapons at least once a week, sometimes a couple times a week. Just seems to work with many great things that I have. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. I had them for quite some time, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Armor. Aristocrats Ultralight Secret Service left arm. Chameleon Ultralight Secret Service left leg. Mutants Ultralight Secret Service right arm. Resistance Secret Service under armor. Troubleshooters Ultralight Secret Service right leg. Vanguards Jetpack Secret Service chest piece. And in case you guys are wondering, this is the brand new outfit that's in the Atomic Shop right now. It is the NCR Trooper Outfit. It's in the NCR Trooper bundle. Now, unfortunately, when I purchased it, it's now gone out of the shop. But it's here under the features section. But if you do check out my new Atomic Shop weekly update video, it's 1,200 atoms. The other things in the other items in that bundle, you can pretty much live without. But I'm telling you, this so you're pretty much paying 1,200 atoms just for the outfit alone. And I thought it was odd because I know when the Elder's coat came out a couple months ago, if you guys remember, I think it was 12 or 1,500 atoms on its own. And I feel that enough people complained about it that possibly they offered this, but they offered a few other little items as well for the 1,200 atoms. To kind of whatever. But I absolutely love this outfit. Love the headwear. Fantastic. But if I take the jetpack off, I take the backpack off just to kind of show you what the backside looks like. Yeah, just like that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys. I like the outfit. I can see a lot of people talking about it and buying it, especially for 1,200 atoms. And plus, you're getting other little things with it as well. So why not? I was gonna make a separate video on it there, but because how it's gone out of the shop, I can't really do that anymore because it's gone. But let me know in the comments what you think about this outfit. Do you plan on purchasing it? I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Whiffen, Heather, White Tribe, Mr. Shelton, Not Me But Me, John DJ 59, Grin Trentno, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, Picker Res, Benny Bunny, Ol AJE, Zach M, Swearmy, UTB, Max Otto Joe, Cynthia, Kathy, Never Enough Dogs, Nargrog, Maximilian Smith, Minton Co, Sergeant Martin, Definitely Maybe. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.